Yeah, hello.
Wait, how come you keep getting new models and I am still a bubble? Eudemon!
Today let's talk about new first turn kill build for the new Banlist.
How does this work compare to previous build?
Previously we used 2 Starving Venom to copy Nightingale effect for 8,000 damage. But since Venom gets limited now, we use number 6 Chronomally Atlantis. Send equipped number 60 Dugers the Timeless to graveyard to half opponent life point. This then combined with 1 Venom Nightingale combo for lethal damage.
Wow, how easy is to set this up?
The requirement is little harder now. Also this line is lot more complicated to set up than previous FTK combo. I have said many times this deck is very difficult to play, but it is very enjoyable like solving hard puzzles.
I am a visual learner. Let's go over some example gameplays.
This video is divided in multiple sections. Each one depends on your starting hand. Feel free to jump around on your second watch and onward.
Since it is hard to record complete combo on rank, the examples are done in solo.
Duel start. If you open hand with field plus bunch penned monsters. Since we have Shinra Bansho, use Joker to grab performable Pendulum Sorcerer. Otherwise I would get Wisdom Eye. Set field spell and get Sorcerer out for Link before penned summon. Use 2 penned monsters to link Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. Then place astrograph to face up extra. Set pen scale to pop Electromite effect. Electromite mandatory draw. Use purple poison effect to whack field to prevent opponent from using it. And astrograph to add back destroyed penned monster. Set scale again and pop wisdom effect. Replace him with double iris. Since we can make use of sorcerer destroy effect. Link into beyond. Pay life point cost add harmonizing. If you already have her in hand, start adding odd eyes. But if your hand is light, you can pick level 4 magicians instead. Use harmonizing to summon level 6 magician. Sorcerer to add double odd eyes. Iris destroyed effect to add star penned. 2 level 4 magicians into time star magician. Detach and add last odd eyes. Use Dissolver to fusion Vortex Dragon for 1 Omni Negate. Using both in hand odd eyes. Since both penned cards are used as material from hand, they get sent to graveyard instead of extra. Trigger Butler in graveyard target odd eyes or performable to special summon. We then cover the target destruction using Time Star by sending Dark level 6 to graveyard. Make sure you have enough spells for Selene counters. Use Dugers to special some Dark Magician from grave. 2 Dark penned into Starving Venom. Selene to revive the level 6. Both Selene and Dugers done their job. Turn them into Vert. Using 2 level 6 XYZ into Chronomally Atlantis. Then attach Graveyard Dugers as equipped card. Trigger Atlantis sending equipped monster to graveyard, and half opponent life points. Use Vert to send and copy instant fusion effect. Fusion Nightingale. Starving Venom to copy Nightingale effect. Deal 4,000 damage. If your starting hand is astrograph or chronograph with bunch penned cards, we happen to have field spell in hand too, but we don't need it. Use Wisdom to pop astrograph special summon. Otherwise we can set astrograph and pop himself to special stargazer. Use Oath Dragon to grab Wisdom back from extra, since we be sending lot of penned monster to face up extra with Link summoning. Be careful to only destroy card with remaining copy in deck if possible. This to satisfy astrograph search effect. Unless you already have Wisdom in hand, then you can hold off summoning astrograph and pop it with Wisdom again. I feel people are gonna miss this one up. Note that it requires the destroyed card in extra for target search. Also penned summoning will reset all destroyed targets. Normally we want to special level 6 magician, but we already has in hand in this case. Since harmonizing can only summon magician, so we no longer has the target. Differ from previous FTK line is that we want to prioritize getting level 4 and magician out on field. We want to save destruction effect to pop chronograph effect, to summon himself and the level 6 to satisfy XYZ condition. Good thing is we have wisdom in hand. Since it is not once per turn, use Wisdom Destruction to trigger Time Star to dump card to graveyard. If you didn't trigger Performable Sorcerer this turn, you can dump him and revive to activate his effect. Revive material for Starving Venom. Then make some space to pop Chronograph. If you ask what about Interrupt in actual duel, this is why we have Omni Negate, since we have the extra materials to make out of combo mobs. That means even if opponent used Negate before we set up Negate, we would still have enough to combo lethal. In this case, we still have Butler summon from graveyard, Time Star as material for Celine before going to Vert. Place and pop Black Fang using Vortex. Use Atlantis as material for Vert after his effect, plus the field that we haven't even touched yet. That's total 7 extra materials we can potentially tap into. That's the power for breaking through interrupts. If your start hand has ladyange and gentrude plus 1 penned monster, or any way to access them, set both lady and gent. Trigger gent effect when lady is on other pen zone. Grab Odd Eyes Butler, then special Butler targeting gent. Destroy it. Trigger gent destruction effect, place Performable Celestial Magician to pen zone. We now have enough materials to link twice before pen summon. We do that to increase hand and extra deck size. If you can't link before penned, don't worry. I have exact that scenario in later chapter going over FTK. Drew field, but we don't need it now. Search target is Performable Sorcerer or Harmonizing if we don't already have them. Otherwise level 4 Magician if we don't have enough in hand. Otherwise Odd Eyes, Chronograph. Level 6 to be used as material for Atlantis, which is used later on. But if you can't put out enough materials on board for double XYZ rank 4, then focus on that first. As shown before, we have other means of accessing them later, via Chronograph, Black Fang, Dugers or Celine. Since in this route we used up Odd Eyes Butler destruction effect, make sure to prep another destruction like Wisdom. In this case, purposely linking out Magician to pop Star Pen to search Wisdom. We can then make use of this destruction to summon Chronograph and Time Star send graveyard effect. Use Celine to grab back a level 4 material for Dugers. If you haven't used up Performable Sorcerer effect this one, you can actually dump him with Time Star effect. In this case, revive Sorcerer with Dugers to gain access to Odd Eyes fusion effect. But since we already have them, so no need to do that. Oath Dragon has a summon effect to add Magician or Odd Eyes from grave to hand. Since now we have extra materials, let's make Appaloosa for Negate and gain more space. Pop Chronograph with Wisdom Destruction. Since we still have extra materials, let's show you a slight different route for accessing level 6. Let's purposely link away our level 6, and use up another 6 for fusion. Trigger Odd Eyes Synchron to bring forward a level 4, 2+4 into Stardust Warrior. A card draw as little bonus. A bonus clip. You can also use Odd Eyes Synchron to access Baron for Omni Negate if needed. Another one likely scenario is if you are unable to link before pens summon. Say your starting hand is just bunch penned monsters. Grab Sorcerer with Alliance. Pop Wisdom Destruction effect to net gain a card in extra deck. Then it is business as usual. A difference here is since we haven't used up normal summon yet. Grab Joker for his search effect and additional card on board. We can also access him from Timestar Magician search effect. Then use him to search odd eyes which would otherwise searched by Sorcerer effect. Magician Leave Field Pop Star Pend effect. In this case, we already have Butler Destruction effect, but Wisdom is always good to have since we gain access to different magicians depending on situation. See that you can still set up negate even if you are not able to link before pen summon. In this case, since we don't have any more level 6 to access in either hand or grave, let's grab Odd Eyes Synchron from grave with Dugers. Because we don't have space, destroy Dugers with Electromite to gain access dark penned monster. 1 card search as bonus. We also need Dugers to be in grave for Atlantis to equip. 2 dark penned into Starving Venom. With more space now, we can bring forward level 4 for level 6 Synchro. Then we can access XYZ Atlantis. This step is important. Make sure Dugers is in grave before summoning him. Otherwise you won't be able to activate his effect to half opponent life point, which require removing the equip card. Then we can use Atlantis as material for Vert. This is little trick to minimize amount of resources we need to FTK, while still able to make a negate. Our resource is little tight this duel due to not being able to link before penned. If your start has Odd Eyes Butler plus bunch penned monsters, you will find this route is very similar to Lady and Gent route. Since Wisdom Eye does not have once per turn limitation, we can recycle back using Oak Dragon and use him again. All these mini combos have been covered by previous chapter, so I will be skipping explanation on this part. If you're not familiar, feel free to jump around this video section. By the way, you might find cross sheet being shown in extra deck. This is cut in final version because I find myself not using it much. His main job is to open up space by linking away Timestar or Dugers, and grab missing material from graveyard. But if you know what you're doing, reserving extra slot for when FTK fail, we can then go into a bigger board finish instead. But if you're having trouble to complete the combo, feel free to put him back. Since we already have all the materials we need, doesn't matter much what we grab here. Remainder combo are basically same as other routes, so I will stop talking and let you focus on the steps. See you back at the end of video. There are 2 additional common start board. One is you started with any PSY. If you can get Gamma to trigger on opponent Max C or Ash, this put you ahead since you already gained a tuner and level 6 material. Another case is you open hand with instant fusion. This case also makes the combo lot easier since you already skipped few steps for making vert. So I cut out these two common scenario from gameplay. What do you think about this build? When you get familiar enough you will be able to tell whether you can FTK with the hand or not. If not, then just go into big monsters end board like before. I think Konami should have banned Nightingale instead of Venom, since her effect is the culprit and Venom is just enabler. Otherwise people would eventually find loophole to access the effect just like Rongo abuse. Some of you probably going to say this deck is cancer. I would play some fun decks too if I can play against non-meta try hard lock opponent down decks. In my case, just trying to do bare minimum like only doing daily would put me in that rank of people like you see here, which cause frustration and using toxic to fight toxic feedback loop. I normally put out some more ranked gameplays, but this video is getting pretty long, so I will probably add a follow-up video with this deck. Please like and subscribe. As always, deck list has been updated and link is provided below. Thank you for watching.